Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bimmer barn. In today's episode, we're going to be restoring the rear end of my E46 wagon, and specifically, we have to remove all the surface rust that's accumulated after years and years of driving, and then we're going to completely respray the rear subframe along with some other parts with some sealer spray paint that's going to prevent any more rust from showing up in the future and make this the ultimate car to take off-road or in the winter or anywhere really. So let's get straight into today's episode and take a look at the current situation. So if you saw in our previous video, we removed the rear subframe bushings and started to install the PowerFlex ones, but I only installed two because we're gonna have to pull these out now so that we can spray paint the subframe. But before we get there, we're going to have to remove the spring perches. Those are the big wing shaped things right here, as well as the lower tension struts that you see. Both of mine here are actually bent, so I have to replace these with new ones when we reassemble everything. And then we have to get the big old diff out of the way, but that's only held in by 3 major bolts, as well as all the little ones for the axles here. So once we get all of that removed, we'll have just the rear subframe here, and then we can go ahead and take some wire brushes, clean off the surface rust, and then spray some Rust-Oleum on there, which is going to provide a really nice coating and a nice finish. I will have to remove the brake calipers and then the rotors so I can disconnect the Bowden cable for the parking brake, and then we'll be able to pull the parking brake out and basically have this axle completely loose from the subframe. So that's another thing that we're going to have to do. So I figure while we have the caliper and the rotor off, I might go grab some special brake caliper paint to do those calipers, and then we might just do the rotor as well so that we don't have any rust showing from the outside of the car, and it'll give this whole subframe a nice new finish. So we're gonna go ahead and start by removing the axles from the subframe, and then we'll do the diff. Well, just like that, we have the rear subframe removed from the rear end of the car. So as you can see here, I still have the differential connected to the axles. Now that was kind of my fault. If I could have, I probably would have removed the differential first, because we could have used the e-brake to lock up the axles, and that would have made it easy to get some torque on these bolts here. But now that I have the rear subframe out of the way, it'll give me plenty of room to get to those bolts and probably get them off with my impact, because we want to clean off the differential, probably coat it with some sealer, but most importantly, we have this rear subframe to do. So I can't wait to get that out. We're gonna go ahead and pressure wash everything here first to get it all clean, free of grease, anything dirty like that. And then for the parts that we're going to be painting, we're going to have to use like a wire brush on most of it, some brake cleaner, get a really good prepped surface, get as much surface rust off as possible, and then we'll do a coating of the Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer spray paint. And then I also bought some spray paint that we're going to use for the brake calipers. It's a high temp enamel, so I can't wait to show you how that's going to look as well. Now, probably the hardest part about getting the rear subframe free of this entire mess right here was the e-brake cables, and that's because they're routed through the subframe, but I had to heat up where they go in order to be able to pull them out of the subframe. So you want to be really careful with that. Obviously, you don't want to damage them. But it's a really tight squeeze, and because of the rubber that's left in there melted when you pull these out, it can almost get stuck in there, that passageway. So you want to be sure to pull it hard. And what I tried to do as well was use a flathead through the opening here and push it through, as well as pulling it through. And that's how I got the e-brake cables out. So hopefully that's helping you guys out if you're trying to remove your subframe from your car, or remove your rear trailing arms from the rear subframe. So just something to note, a little bit of heat is the best way to get those Bowden cables out. So now we're gonna disassemble the differential from the two axles, and then we're going to pressure wash all of this in order to get all the dirt and grease off. Well, as you saw, we pressure washed all the assemblies, and I'm really happy with how clean the spring purchase came out on the axles here. And over here, we've started the rust removal process with our wire brush. And I am going to paint the rotors here because I figure, you know, they're in pretty good condition. Want to get rid of the rust there, and it'll look a lot better on the car. So I figured we'd do it while we had everything apart. The rear subframe had a lot of rust removal to do, and that's just because there's a lot of little corners and crevices to get in there. A lot of small spots, but I wouldn't say that the subframe is at all compromised. I'm really happy with the condition actually, and it looks like it's really clean under there. Not a lot of rust that penetrated, but definitely just some surface rust that, you know, like I said, we're going to try to get rid of as much as possible, and then the rust reformer spray is going to go ahead and seal up all the old stuff, kind of convert, and hopefully make this thing last a lot longer. Now the differential I started scraping off as well. Looks like the surface rust is just kind of spread out everywhere, but it's really not that bad. So I probably will not spray this thing, only because I don't think it's worth the extra effort, and this diff is probably going to blow up before any of that rust becomes a problem ever. So these things are so thick that you don't have to worry about rust on the outside, realistically. So you also see that we have our brake calipers right here, and we're going to go ahead and wire brush those off as well. Everything is going to get cleaned with brake cleaner, except for the diff, of course. And then we're going to spray everything. So we'll do black on the rotors and the subframe, and then we'll do metallic silver on the calipers. Well, after we let everything dry from paint, I got things all cleaned up, and now I'm happy to show you guys that came out super good. The brake calipers, I love this finish. It looks like original kind of silver. The finish on these is incredible. I'm just so glad that we went with that Duplicolor high temp paint. It looks like a OEM style brake caliper really, and it was not too difficult. Have a little bit of overspray on like the caliper and the rubber boot here, but that is not a big deal because it's not gonna affect the performance. We have the stock brake lines obviously, but we taped them off and we'll keep those on there, so maybe the next owner might want to upgrade. Here are the brackets, those came out great as well. The brake rotors, we used the black rust reformer, and remember we grinded this down too, but that gave it a nice black finish over the rotor so that you're not going to see all that rust beneath the wheel anymore. And since I had some overspray on the disc itself, I took my grinding wheel, my wire brush wheel, and I just polished up the surface here. So there's not even a lot of black paint left, but the first time that we drive the car, all that will get burned off really nicely. The differential is cleaned up really nicely. This is just the top side. The bottom side, we can get to it later. But when I tipped this thing over, I had a little bit of differential fluid come out, and it actually looks like it's been serviced recently. It looked like it was really good color, like new fluid almost. So the subframe came out amazing. Just cannot believe how good it looks, and I'm super happy that we sealed off all that rust, so hopefully it does not happen anymore in the future. We have our lower tension struts that are now installed as well. We had a little bit of issues with that side. The bolt was pretty seized in from rust. And then here's our sway bar. Here are the old tension struts. Just look at how destroyed they were, just super bent. So funny, they're made out of like tin though, so I'm not surprised that they bend so easy. But anyways guys, now all we have to do is reassemble the axles to the subframe here, get them kind of locked into position but not torqued down yet, because we still have to remove the differential bushings, and then we'll get our differential installed, and then we can put this all back into the car. So stay tuned for more episodes. We'll be changing out the differential bushings next. And for now, like I said, let's just put these axles to the subframe so we can get this out of the way and park our cars back inside. So that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching us restore the rear subframe on my E46 wagon. I think you'd agree it looks almost brand new now, and it was simple enough as using some rust reformer spray as well as some engine spray paint for the calipers, and now the whole thing looks brand new. So the whole setup in the rear looks great. I can't wait to do the rear trailing arm bushings and the differential bushings, so stay tuned for those videos. Go ahead and leave a like or a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you haven't yet. And as always, I hope everyone has an awesome day. We'll see you in the next episode.